Welcome everyone. What's up, guys? This is this might look weird. This is evolved. Where this is ascended. I mean, not ascended. This is Ark Survival Evolved here. You might be able to recognize where I'm at. This is Ragnarok. I wanted to do kind of. I don't know why I wanted to do this, but I wanted to try to go look back on Ragnarok before it comes out in about a month from now. Hopefully. I don't know. It might get delayed a fifth time, or I don't know. It just might not even show up. No one knows. Okay. Anyways, I'm just want to get a quick glance at what the Ragnarok map is on Evolved before I plan on Ascended for a nice playthrough. I've been on this map many times. I spent most of my time on Evolved on this map. Let's just quickly. Look at these old commands right here, man. Look at this old command little text box. You can only do one at a time. So a glad improvement on console for that. But here we are. I don't know what this area is called. What is this called again? It's just called the Southwest Zone. I don't know what you call this area. Kind of like a little bay area. But this map is glorious, man. Okay, so here, I gotta say, man, the render distance and the whole viewing distance is much better on Ascend. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at those polygon-shaped PS1 looking freaking world entities, man. Look at this. Okay, I think this is the swamp, right? There's a Bronto. Man, I gotta say, are these crops? No, these are just, whoa. The berries thing is huge, man. It feels weird seeing these gray, like typical like Ark rocks everywhere now. Man, look at this. On Ascended, the sand and the beaches were different colors from the rocks. It sucks that that's not the case anymore in Ascended. One downgrade. Okay, here's actually the freaking swamp. I wonder if they're gonna ever change this, because some of this looked complete and some of this didn't. The swamp in Ragnarok was not like its greatest. It's not the greatest thing. Oh god, look at the render distance and freaking look at this. Look at this. Oh man, Ascended wildcard, bless your hearts, man. Yeah, look how slowly everything renders in, man. Look at this. Unreal Engine 5, man, and this game was not optimized at all on console. Even with, I think the PS5 got like a upgrade patch, similar to what the last generation Xbox did when they came out with like their Pro versions, whatever they're called. Oh god, I thought that was gonna crash. Yeah, here we have the Pro. Here's the swamp, and this swamp is actually kind of easy to find stuff because it's kind of flat. There's really like no trees covering all over the place. You can find berries all over the ground. Like it's kind of really just kind of small, kind of little wetlands area. It's not very like swampy. I wonder how this would look like in Ascended. I wonder if are they gonna put trees all over the place here? They could. I could totally see them putting trees all over the place, because anything that's kind of flat and just kind of like grassland and just kind of usually just dirt and rocks, they kind of add a bunch of bushes and small trees all over the place. All right, here's actually like kind of the swampy part of it. What you expect in a swamp. I don't know if these trees are from the swamp in the island. I don't think they are. I think they might be different. You don't really see those. Maybe you do. I don't know. I haven't played Evolved since the Fjordur series actually, so I could be wrong. We got some ruins here. They might add some more ruins. To be honest, the swamp is something I'm not used to seeing on Ragnarok. I never really spent my time this much time on this side of the map, honestly. But I am looking for one thing. And I hope in Ascending they put a bunch of Dinosuchus all over the place here. Oh gosh, the stutters and the lag spikes. Let's see, where is the specific? There's one Easter egg here that I'm trying. Oh god, the dark is very dark in here. Yeah, the lighting is just. If you go in an area that's not really, there's no sun. It's just dark as heck in Evolved. The trees definitely look better. And let me see. Let me get. How do the creatures look now in Evolved back here? Honestly, the creatures don't look much different. There's probably a few details when you zoom in that probably the textures might look better, but the grass looks much better, especially the one when there's no grass underneath. Much better. Alright, I want to find where is this area? You guys might know what I'm trying to look for here. Alright, I finally found it. finally found it. Here's this little like freaking shack thing, which is supposed to be like an outhouse. So the house, there it is. It's very dark. I know you can't really see this, but this is supposed to be Shrek's house. This is supposed to be Shrek's hut right here in the swamp. Kind of, I don't know. You can't really see this. Is there like a light somewhere? I'm a creator. Let me just put like a. Let me just get a torch real quick. Oh God, this old UI, man. Let me make a torch. By the way, look at all these skins that I spawn in with, man. Why can't I have that happen in Ascended? Okay, yeah, look, this is Shrek's hut. I don't think you can go in here. I don't even know if there's anything in there. But yeah, it's kind of like it's like a tree without. It's like a broken tree, just a trunk. It's not really nothing. I think it's just like a stone kind of 2x2 with a wooden door on the side. I think that's all it is, pretty much. I hope they keep this Easter egg in here. Here's an outhouse. I don't know if there's anything else to it. It's just an outhouse. Is like a sign anywhere, or is it just this hut? Because if you know anything, if you've seen that movie, which I don't know if people, I don't know if you haven't seen it, go watch Shrek. Lovely little tale about old old tales of children's stories. I don't know if people read as a kid nowadays, but you know, those kind of fairy tales and everything. All right, now that we saw the one Easter egg and the most important thing about this swamp, let's check out the rest. Let's move on to over here. I don't know what you call this area. I was just called this the valley. I actually like the area right before the valley. This kind of pine trees with like kind of birch, kind of like, I don't know what you call this kind of ground. But it's got like the old, you could tell this part of like bark and everything on the ground, that kind of feel to it. Going up this little mountains area, a couple trees, couple rivers up here. And here you have, I don't know what you call this area. What is it called? Hidon. I don't think people call it Hidon. But it's pretty much this old valley where you could find gigas very easily. I spotted a tons of them here. You can also find Rexes, even though this area is so flat. Like look how flat this area is. And it doesn't even, it's not like a flat area that where it looks like incomplete or incomplete and like probably just lazy building. It looks like it's meant to be flat. Like look at this area surrounded by a mountain. It's a valley. I don't know, I never figured out what this was for. To be honest, I never did. You can also find RGs. You can find a ton of carnivores here, ton of stone here. You can also find Brontos, mini little redwood forest. There's no redwood trees, but it's kind of like a small redwood forest. Honestly, for carnos, a couple galleys in there to tame, pteranodons. Here's where Green Op was. So this was the easiest way, if there's no cryopods, to move your creatures here to fight the boss fights. Which they'll probably keep it the same. If they kept the center the same, they're probably going to keep this one the same. Which is just the Manticore and Dragon. They're not as strong as I think either. It's not as hard as either one separate. And then this little pond area, which was amazing, man. This little pond, you could probably build a couple bases. There's beehives too. I wonder if there's going to be a Giga that spawns here. And there it is. There it is. Let me get a spyglass. Here it is, folks. Which I'll put the picture up to right now because I'm recording this the day of this community crunch, May the 2nd. And then the community crunch, they revealed these guys will be breedable in Ascended, which is about time, man. Because you can see they have no gender; they're just called griffins. So, but for the longest time, the griffin you tamed, that's as good as it was gonna get. And these guys, they're pretty common here. Like, if you don't find a griffin here, that's probably just because maybe you dino-wiped or something. But if you don't find one here, then that's rare if you don't find one here at all. Because you might find some up here. Up here is probably the worst area to try to tame them. Because a bunch of like saber-tooth and scorpions and aloes tend to spawn up here. But this area looks amazing, man. Just this valley alone. Look at that. You can't tell me that looks freaking dope, man. God, I love this map, man. And they better not fuck it up. They better not ruin this map for me, man. They better not. I've been waiting so long for this map. Also, one thing, you can get flowers here. Can you? Let me try it. You get berries. Just weren't they purple? Pretty sure they were purple. So there's Brontos here. You can tame one of the best creatures for collecting berries. There's all these flowers here. You can usually one tail swipe, and boom, tons of narco berries and other berries. Look at that. Beehives, metal here, trees for wood, everything, any kind of resource you want here. Look, there's Brontos. You use those Brontos, collect some. I could have sworn they were like purple. Maybe they changed them. Other than like this orange, I don't know what you call those flowers. No, these regular. Oh, they are. Oh, these are flowers too. Yeah. So this whole yellow field, one Bronto, sweep up that entire field of flowers. Boom! That's thousands of berries. I wonder if they're gonna change the colors for griffins, because they kind of normally spawn in these kind of tan, brownish, kind of reddish brown colors. Or where's the other one? Or like this one, kind of black, gray, white. That's kind of usually what they spawn in, those kind of colors. You won't get like an event blues, reds, greens unless it's events. Oh look, drops. Yeah, I definitely prefer the Ascended. These drops, they kind of just like incomplete freaking assets. Whenever I looked at them, they look weird, man. There's the green, there's the obelisks. They kind of look the same. All right, but let's move on to something else. I will check out the kind of snowy mountains. Here we got this bridge. Oh, gotta let the game freaking catch up to itself. Here we got the bridge. Here we got the canyons. These are like the canyons. These are I don't know what you call these. What are these called? The Vergus Chasm. Let me just actually have that can I have that on the whole time? I guess so. Look at the old map. I do not miss this old map. Looking at this, trying to look for stuff was so terrible. I mean, you kind of get used to it as an ARC player, but the new map is way better in Ascended. But yeah, these are pretty much what I would have called the Spino Canyons. Like this whole area, I hope this area, they do it justice. This area is full of Spinos, man. I also kind of like how the water, you can tell it's moving rapidly towards the river. And this area is full of Spinos. Can't really tell right now, but yeah, look, there's Spinos here everywhere. Also these guys right here, for some reason, so many of them. There's all these bones everywhere. I don't know why. Make it seem like there's titans that used to live here. There's also a couple berries, baryonyxes. You can find salmon here, you know, to tame the prime, to use prime fish meat for them. A couple raptors. There's a Spino trying to hide in the waterfall. And one thing about Ragnarok, let's see, that's not a really good showcase, but free maps like Rag in the center, they have usually good levels. That wasn't really a good showcase. But look, you find baryonyxes here. So I guess if you want to find Spinos, I guess this is kind of the best area to come from. At least for Ascended when Rag comes out. I don't think there's any area that has like this amount of them in like a certain specific area all clumped together in one spot. Because this whole river canyon area system is just full of them. They're all over the place here. And I think, yeah, you come out of the top on this one. I think this pillar released to somewhere, right? Or am I wrong? Maybe just a little crystal. But I'm pretty sure one of these. I thought it was down. Maybe it's the center, but I'm getting confused with one of those pillars that kind of reach. Then we got this bridge over here. Oh god, what did this area go to? I kind of forgot. Is this water? Okay, this is water. Okay, this is area definitely didn't really explore that much. I think it just leads to like jungle area kind of at the top, at the beginning. Hope it ends. Yeah, it reaches to this area. It connects to the volcanic kind of. Wildcard, you better not screw this up. If this is all covered in green luscious trees like they did with the center freaking lava island, I'm gonna be pissed. This is supposed to be a whole volcanic area that's all burnt from the volcano that erupts. Like this volcano erupts from time to time. There's a chance this thing will erupt. Like it will. There's also kind of tons of good resources up here. Metal, crystal, obsidian, sulfur. I don't know which. I think there might be the brownish kind of tan rocks that are like the sulfur. It's also full of dung beetles and all kinds of bugs you find in caves usually. But look at this. You can tell like lava, like these kind of lava cool down like rivers areas. I believe over here, I believe these are springs you can lay in also. No, I don't think those. What are they? Yeah, these. I'm pretty sure you could sit in them. At you. Where's the Yeah, look, relaxing at the pond. I don't know if this does anything. Let me sit in one of these areas. Pretty sure there's... You're not sitting here anymore. I have sat there before. I'm pretty sure. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm pretty sure you could sit in them. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Or maybe they took it out. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure you could have sat in them. Like these things that actually look like you could sit in them. Yeah, look. Sit in hot spring bench. Oh, why did it go away? This wheel is different. Why can't I sit? Yeah, look, you can sit in the hot springs. You get a relaxing buff at the bottom right. I don't know if the buff does anything. Oh, there it is. I can only use the right stick to toggle around with the wheel, which is a little... It's not the best. And I hope they keep these trees, man. In the center, they fucked up the lava island. It's not even a lava island anymore. Hello, Quetzals. Rule 40. Gonna take you days to find that on the island. There's also... I hope they keep these. Where are the beaver dams at? They're like... I don't know if they're beaver dams, but they're like huge. And you can kind of go inside of them. They're not like just a clump of sticks. I don't think they're here because there's no beavers, but there's like these beaver lodges you can find. Yankees, why are you trying to swim? You guys are not beavers. You guys are not the right utility creature I want to see here. There's another Quetz, really? 60, there's RGs. Maybe they're up here. There's also another area you can find griffins. These kind of little pine forest. Are we gonna see one? Are we? You can find griffin. There's like 3 spots you could find griffins in. That little area I was in before, that kind of valley, this area, and I think that's all. I don't think there's any other spots for them. Like here, or out there, you can find griffins at too. It's not like the most common. Like Ragnarok is not the best. Well, it's going to be the only place when Rag comes out on Ascended, but later on, more maps will have better spots for griffins. Like Crystal Isles has a whole kind of trench for them. Yeah, like these things. I don't know if I've seen them on other maps, but look at that. A giant beaver den, like an actual, like their home. Not just like a pile of sticks you could just take freaking stuff from. I don't know if they have... Do they have more resources than a standard dam? Yeah, kind of. More cementing paste, I would say, yeah. Maybe I was just lucky. I don't know. I don't know if your settings for world and resources count for that. Here's another one. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is an actual, like, dam. Like, you can see, like, it's blocking the river. Got a whole army of look how many beavers! Holy crap! Oh, man. But yeah, look, like an actual dam. I don't know if they have the regular ones. Like, just the pile of sticks. Hey, look at all these, man. So if you want beavers, you want to come for cementing paste, come to this area. It's kind of like right near to the castle. I don't have a GPS, but on the map it's like generally right. Actually, I can make creative, man. I can just make a GPS. Where is it? Oh, it's GPA, man. I ain't trying to learn my grades, okay? I'm done with that crap. Okay, so this area right here, we got 24, 6, 44.5. So 24 and 44. Just go to 2040 and you won't miss this area. A little red drop. Yeah, there's no griffins around here, but they have a chance to spawn around here. This is another little grassland area. There's actually, you can find probably a good amount of Rexes around here. And Carnos. This area, I always like this area. I never like being here on foot because there's a ton of saber-tooths and RGs around here. And it's real dangerous. And there's a bunch of vultures. But I really like it. It kind of reminds me of the elephant graveyard, you know, from Lion King. Like, look at the kind of dead trees, kind of bones. It's kind of traversing through different paths and canyons and everything, small ones. I like it. I didn't spend much time here, but I like it. There's the snow mountains. That area. I'll go to that area in a second. And then this is kind of Vikings Bay, I'm pretty sure. Is it? Yeah, Vikings Bay. There's a boat here somewhere with the treasure chest. I don't know how much good items the treasure chest usually has, but I hope they keep that. It's an oil rock. You don't have to dive down deep for them. Gotta say the ocean looks much better than sand. Look at this. It's just kind of like the output here, but it just got a blue filter. Here's the boat. You can also find crates. I'm pretty sure these things have resources in them, right? Or is it just like the... Maybe it's just Fjordur for that. But here's a boat. There's a treasure chest in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. It might be underneath. It might have glitched. There's also scorpions. Yeah, there's freaking eruptorids and sea scorpions in here. So be careful with those. There is a treasure chest somewhere. That is a big megalodon. It's looking chunkier than usual. But yeah, look. He could probably be like a bridge connecting this to that. Cool area though. This is where I kind of spawn all the time. Every time I played Ragnarok, I kind of spawned here. This little, what do you call this? Is this the jungle area? Uluf jungle. Yes, with the blue obelisk over here. And then here is the Wyvern Trench. One of the two areas to get Wyvern eggs from. This is the most easiest area. Well, not easiest, but like this has the most eggs. This Wyvern Trench, I mean, you guys know what they collect. The volcanic kind of dried up hexagon rock things. There's no eggs right now because, you know, single player takes forever to spawn stuff. Spawns are terrible. They suck in Ascended, they suck back here in Evolved. There's only like one Wyvern here. You're a nice looking one too, man. Look at you. There's a poison one. There's another fire one. There's a lightning one. There's another little mini redwood forest that goes into the actual redwood forest. And here are the highlands. One of the most beautiful areas in all of Ark history, man. Look at this. Look how beautiful this area is. It's so flat. Well, not really flat, but you know, it's kind of relatively flat. There's not really trees. It's just kind of bushes and grass, like a prairie. You can find trikes, brontos, a couple aloes here and there, a couple galleys maybe. There's a beach. And it's weird that this beautiful area is right next to a dangerous, kind of soot-covered, lava-destroyed area. Look at a little pond here. I don't think there's no beavers here. Well, even though this area is all beautiful, where are the whales at? You can find whales here for like, I don't know if they give you oil, like here. Like, look at this. Kind of like the sharks on Valkyria on the beaches that are like dead. What do these give you, by the way? I think I can hardly. Give me the torch. No, let me just... I gotta pick... Maybe a hatchet. What do these give you, by the way? They give oil and keratin and spoiled meat. If you want some oil and some spoiled meat, come here to the beaches for dead bacillos. There's your beach dinos, turtles, trikes. There's your galleys, pteranodons, more dead bacillos on the beaches. I don't know how they can die here. Maybe they just wanted to go to heaven and they landed here. Like, look at how beautiful this area is, man. And here's one guy, for some reason, he spawned in this beautiful... Oh, guys, a 145. This freaking Giga spawns here. I don't know why. You can also find horses, so if you could probably try to find some unicorns here. There's a Karch. I don't think I've ever seen a Karch in Evolved. Have I? No, not on Rag. Only time I saw a Karch was on Fjordur because that was the last thing I played. But there's a Karch, so if you want to tame Karches and Gigas, you could come here for the highlands. It's probably the easiest area to tame them in, other than the desert, like in the sand dunes area, because it's just nothing but flat sand. But yeah, man, this area looks amazing. I hope this area, they do it justice. I hope they don't cover this whole area with trees, that it looks unrecognizable. Like, there's a couple trees every now and then. I mean, these are crops, pretty sure, right? Pretty sure these are crops. Yeah, look, potatoes, seeds. So if you want, you could come here for... Look, rock carrots. And what creatures spawn here? They're not these guys, but... Can I see some? Are there some horses, please? There's aloes for something. They spawn. So this area's not completely safe. And there are gigas here. So if you find one and it alerts to you, I would say just give up. I think these are these more crops? Yeah, these are more potatoes. They're just potatoes and carrots that you can find here. No lemons in the other one. Corn, whatever. Long grass. Yeah, look. You got rock carrots. You can tame your horses. Because, you know, trying to tame them with berries is like you might as well just quit. Look, there you go. There's only 2 horses in this whole area. But you get what I mean. Let's check out the murder snow, man. So the murder snow is here. This is where this is the first, and for a while was the only part you can get freaking ice wyverns, because you can find a couple nests. There's not much. Honestly, this Rag is probably the one of the worst areas to come try to get ice wyverns, even though it was the map that originated them. But there's like 2-3 nests around the whole map. Sometimes they spawn in, sometimes they don't. You can get Thylas here though. In the snow. Cool. You can get Uties, you know, your typical creatures you find in the snow. It is cold as heck here. So be warned. Yep. It's called wilderness, but this area is pretty much called the murder snow. There's your mammoth. Is it gonna change? No, there's your quets. Right, your typical freaking kind of snow creatures around here. I wonder if we're gonna see an ice wyvern. They kind of spawn around here, this little frozen lake, which I think you can go under this thing. Sometimes you can get creatures to spawn under it, but it's a cool frozen lake. It's pretty big. Am I gonna see an ice wyvern? No. Oh, that sucks. I wanted to see an ice wyvern. There's your dire wolves. Well, I don't think I'm gonna see a nest. The fact that the wyverns took forever to spawn in the freaking trench. Whoa. Oh, I forgot the new mammoth. For some reason I'm picturing the old clunky terrible mammoth to spawn in here for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, this ice biome is pretty cool, this snow biome. I don't know why it's not. It's supposed to be the murder snow. That's what this is, because it's really cold. Like really cold. I know I keep saying that, but it just is. Here's the frozen lake. This is the one I was talking about. Usually an ice wyvern can sometimes spawns around here. I guess not. No. We're just getting unlucky today. Yeah, look, there's creatures underneath. Yeah, look, you can go underneath this thing. I don't think you can access this normally. So I think they're just here because of the spawns. They spawn on the ground. And this technically counts as the ground. Yeah, here it is. Here is, let me just go in here. This open snowy cave is an amazing area to farm these freaking cave drops. You just come in here with the griffin or wyvern. Penguins, I think, spawn here. Usually down here. There's crystal in here too. And then this area is just full of dire bears. That's about it. There's a couple cave drops. There's one down there. I think there's one over here, right? Yep, there's dire bear. Are those polar bears or are dire bears? I don't know if they're tameable. There's another one usually right there. The yellow one back here. And then I think there's another one over here kind of hidden away in the back. Which I think that's the one. Yeah, no, that's the one I explored up there. Like there. And then there's one up here. So there's like a good, what is that? There's four drops. And then obviously this weird looking hole. You're gonna find there's more dire bears, obviously. I'm hoping I find it. Where in here is one of those coolest caves ever. There's a boss in here because you know Rag got bosses. Also these bodies they let you know survivors came in here and it did not go well. That's actually a dead dire bear. You know, just to make it look extra dark. There's another dead dire bear. Not alive, by the way. That's just like a model placement right there. There's also here's like a little campsite that you know survivors went through here. And then down here, bosses available. This huge drop. This freaking map. That's a frozen Rex. I think that's just the model of a Rex, just colored to make it look like it's freaking frozen. And then here, it's supposed to wait here on the ground. And then there's a Bronto, I'm pretty sure. You come down here. You're not supposed. You could bring a grapple, but. And then you're supposed to wait here on this little pedestal. And there it is. It's Alpha Glow. A damn Iceworm Queen. Look how humongous she is. I think she has the same amount as health. How much health do you have? You're level 10. Can you come out so I can show the viewers your stats, please? I'm pretty sure this will tell me the stats. Where are you? You're like clump. Okay, you have 20. Yeah, so you're pretty much just an alpha deathworm, just reskinned to be blue. But it's cool, man. That's cool. Couple Carnos, frozen Carnos. These are just it makes you think that this ice worm brought all these creatures around. That's cool, man. For food, pretty much. This one's actually breakable, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's anything over here. You're supposed to break this. But yeah, you're supposed to take this on with, like, you know, just shotguns. There's an aloe. But over here is one of the most coolest and darkest and saddest, I think. Okay, it won't let me in until I beat her, so it is kind of like a boss. So come out here. Let me destroy you. Boom. It gives you a trophy. An Alpha Deathworm trophy gives you a couple. I don't think it gives you any element. Yeah, it just gives you a trophy. Horns. I think that's pretty much all it gave me. Oh no, probably this helmet skin. And then that's a ton of kind you can farm. And then, is it gonna let me? Why isn't it letting me? The queen is defeated. Is it really not gonna let me? Why not? He's dead. Oh, let me just ghost in here then. Freaking game won't let me. Alright, then obviously you beat the queen. And look at this. There's the artifact. I think that's the pack or something. Then look at this. There's like an actual Giga model that's like unconscious pretty much. They just took that. And it is moving. It's not like just like the icy thing that are just kind of frozen. It's actually moving. It's not dead yet. It's clearly all bloodied up. Which lets you know that this Ice Worm Queen brought this thing to feed to her babies. Look at these things. I don't know where these assets come from. Because there's no baby deathworms to my knowledge. Maybe they could be in the file somewhere. But all of these are going to hatch and eat this Giga alive. So it is real dark, man. And here's the artifact. There's the artifact of the pack. And this is there's no way out of here. The way out is that breakable wall, ice wall. You come through here. It's not gonna let me out. It goes through here. And over here, you break the ice wall after you defeat the queen. Take the artifact. Look at the Giga dying, or not dying. Well, he is dying, but not fast enough to where we'll get a comfortable death. Yeah, you just glitch out here, and then there's a little bridge. This is where it leads out from. So that entire cave system went from over there. Where's the hole at? I guess like somewhere. It's right there. That entire cave system led all throughout that entire mountain, all the way right there. So you can see pretty much you can see areas where you would probably lead to and from. Alright, that's enough of this area. I'm gonna check out the desert. And this desert is pretty nice. Very nice. It leads from the mountain, or you can lead it from that gigantic mountain over there. Like you can tell that mountain does the rain shadow effect. Which, if you don't remember kindergarten or I don't know, 3rd grade geography, that's how deserts are formed. This is another little beaver area. I think these are just regular dams though. Like nothing, unlike the lodges and the big ones. What are you doing down? I've never seen a Giga down here. What the heck? You're supposed to be up there. Okay, I guess you spawn here. There's also, I think, terror birds, yep, and raptors spawn. So all the annoying things could probably spawn here. And a Giga for some reason. Oh, there's beavers. Where's your dam? I think these are probably regular dams. I'm not seeing any though. I gotta say, man, Ragnarok has a nice desert. Look at this little area. This area is also kind of like the area in Scorched. This kind of flat area you can kind of look through in the bottom from. Yeah, this is where you get your standard. I think all the creatures from Scorched are here, except for Alpha Deathworms. But I mean, the Queen is pretty much an Alpha Deathworm, so this area is nice though. It's kind of like a little oasis river system. Here's more of a scorching hot heat all the time. And I gotta say, man, these mountains here in the desert, they look nice. They're not covered in trees. They're just sand and the freaking stone that's all dry. This goes pretty far though, because I think the bottom of this map. Let me quickly go to the bottom. Yeah, like the desert is pretty big, man. I don't know if you can fit Scorched inside of Ragnarok's desert. You might be able to fit like maybe half of the map inside of it. I could be underestimating Scorched's size because it's all desert. But yeah, like the beach. You can also find thylas around here, like on the ground, like not even on the trees to like knock them off. You can just find them on the ground, which is a pretty easy way to collect them. This desert area here looks amazing. There's tons of Sarcos here, by the way. This whole area is just full of them. Look at this. Look at this freaking temple right here where like a whole civilization lived, like a king. I built a couple bases here. Man, is it cool. The kangaroos, moss chops. Over here you kind of got, like down here, kind of got this little house that look like rice, freaking rice fields. Well, that's what it sort of looks like. There's a baryonyx here. You might get Dinosuchus here if they put them wherever Sarcos spawn. It is a nice little area, more kind of swampy creatures. I think at the baryonyx and the Sarcos are probably the freaking the biggest carnivore here actually. I don't think there's anything else that's like that big. Pretty sure. Okay, don't quote me on any of the stuff I'm saying about claims. Okay, I'm just kind of speaking out of my freaking. I'm kind of speaking out of thin air of what I remember from playing this map. Like what? At probably like 4 years ago. I would estimate 4 years ago is the last time maybe I was on this map and played it. I think this is a golem. Is it? Doesn't say. No, I don't think it is, or else I would have come out of the ground. Alright, but now let's check out the sand dunes. This over here is nothing but just sand and a couple palm trees every now and then. And a couple like bone skeletons. These things might look way better, like a Rex with a spine on it. The Spino Rex, that's what that is. Like this is all there is, just mantis, vultures, a couple rocks, titanoboas. I don't know how they could survive here. A couple metal nodes, a bunch of skeletons actually, and titanosaurs. They spawn here too. I think I'm gonna tame one. And then this weird skeleton thing. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It has arms and legs. But I'm glad it's dead, whatever that thing is. There's the temple. It's all in all its freaking unrendered gloriness. There's a little oasis to finally get water. Is this water? I don't think that's actually water. I think you can drink from that. There's Arthros. More skeletons that let you know that this is a wasteland you probably won't survive. A couple oil veins. And then this long spine vertebrate thing. I think these are on Scorched as well, right? Or are they? I don't know. And then you got this flat kind of plateau looking thing. Now usually gigas spawn here. You could probably find one or a titanosaur. They're kind of pretty. Their spawns are pretty common here. Like you're guaranteed to find probably a gigapod in each area, I would say. Maybe a Karch. Oh, it feels kind of weird seeing a Karch in the desert though. It's weird seeing a Giga in the desert, but they put their spawn zones here for some reason. I don't know why. This is like, I think this is the only map. Again, don't quote me. I don't know. I haven't played extensively every map. There's a death room spawn. Let me do the old death room trick. Like this is how you do the old death room trick before. Just go upside down and look, that's how you find a death room. You can't do it in Ascended because your orbit camera can't go through the mesh. Just kind of zooms into your crotch when you go down below your character. I'm not seeing any Giga spawn. There's another death worm. You can honestly farm them, honestly. You bring a good strong creature, there's two more right there. The titanosaur was like over here, right? Somewhere. Where is he? He was like right here. Did he really despawn that fast? Yeah, here it is. This kind of area right here. These are like little ruins to let you know, just to give more life to the map. Makes you know that there used to be people that once lived here. Look at this. There's a body with that freaking stone axe right through his shoulder. There's cages. Oh god, I don't even know what that is. There's a mangled corpse and the hook right through his head. Then a map, like an actual world map of Ragnarok. I think you could break it. And like you could hurt it. I don't think you could take it. And then there's person that had a bad day. I mean, he was clearly tortured. But this is just cool, man. Can I break these? Oh, look, yeah, you can get stuff from them. I was wrong. You just need a pickaxe. I got a sword, a shield, and a hatchet. Oh, that's real dope. So you can come in here for... And a crossbow. Oh, I know how I'm getting my crossbow. Actually, no. I doubt I'll be able to survive on this. Just running up here to try to get some free loot. Alright, but yeah, that was the last kind of Easter egg, I would say. It's not really an Easter egg, it's just out in the open. But it is a cool little detail to the map. Alright, where is the... I'm trying to find the Tuso trench. There's a trench in here on the map somewhere where there's like a freaking shit ton of Tusos everywhere. And there's an artifact down there somewhere at the very bottom. Yellow for like... I guess it's not common, but they're not like rare. And there's Tuso trench is here. Yeah, look, there's a Tuso right there. An alpha one, holy crap. But this area is full of them, man. How deep is it, by the way? Well, that's deep, alright. That is deep. Yep, you can tell it's deep because, yeah, the freaking screen darkens so much. Yeah, there's Dunkley Austin. Is this the boat where the artifact? Because that's the reason why you're supposed to come down here, actually. There's an artifact somewhere. I don't think this boat has. I think the boat is somewhere in the bottom. Silica pearls. Is there black pearls? Does Ragnarok have like specific black pearls anywhere? Like actual, like there's like pretty much silica pearls, but you can pick them up. Xeropterids. Where is the artifact, by the way? The artifact is somewhere down here. There's freaking, what are these called again? Hello, Mr. Oh, hello, you're trying to grab me, aren't you? Yo, well, you're huge. Okay, where's the artifact around here? There's an artifact somewhere. There's another Tuso. Regular one. Is it in between? There's two more there's two more Tusos right there. See, I'm telling you this. If you want to tame a Tuso, come here for a trench. Like, there's another alpha one in the mesh. Insane the amount of there's another Tuso. Another Tuso. Oh god. I would not come in here on a slow water creature. If you're on a Dunkley Austin, you're definitely gonna get grabbed, man. Because there's no way you can be able to outrun them. Where is the freaking artifact? There's an artifact somewhere. Somewhere around here. I don't know if it's on the wreckage of a boat. Could be somewhere in between like the kelp and the seaweed. Is it? There's an oil nose around here. Thinking, stop scaring me, man. I just see tentacles, shadows here. I don't know how the shadows are working here, but there's shadows. Yeah, I don't think this is good lighting, man. I don't think, is there shadows this deep down in the ocean? I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. There's another Tuso. Do it. Sorry for rambling on for like another like 2-3 minutes after I said I was gonna end the episode, but this is it. This is Rag. This is probably a bad spotlight. I didn't even look up any coordinates. But I mean, I put out the map, I think. I don't know. You can probably find the areas. Just gotta fly up like this. And you'll see it. That's gonna do it for this episode, everyone. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know what kind of video it would be. But, peace.